Hi guys, welcome back to Defi Daily. Today we are going to talk about the Cronos Chain and more specifically about VVS, that is one of the hottest, we can say also the hottest platform in the Cronos Chain ecosystem, because they have just announced the launch of a Launchpad, and I will explain to you exactly how does it work and also what could be the implication for the market, for the price of VVS, and how it's better to move in this kind of situation. Before to start, I would like to ask you to subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to also receive a notification, just press the ring bell button. And please guys, if you want to sustain me, if you want to help me grow this channel and also reach more people, just leave me a big thumbs up and drop a comment. That's the best way to sustain me. And remember also that all the contents in this channel are just for educational purpose and nothing has to be intended as a financial advice. If you want to invest in anything, that's great, but remember always do your own research before doing anything. Okay, let's jump into the platform of VVS. I will not go through a whole tutorial about this platform. I already made it just a couple of days ago. If you missed that video, I will leave you also the link in the right corner here, so you can go through it and find all the information to use at best this platform. One of the main reasons because many people are talking about VVS is obviously due to the really high APR that is offering. For example, in this case, we are talking about a 254% of APR, not APY. If you want to know what is the APY, you can use this kind of calculator. Just open it and you will find down here the APR at a daily compounding action that would be around 1000 APY. And that's a pretty insane gain if you think that we are talking about a pair that is composed by CRO and Bitcoin. So not an exotic pair, but something that is pretty much and able to conserve his own value. And this is really important because remember, one of the major risks when you're using this kind of farming feature is related to the impermanent loss. In any case, having a pair like CRO BTC with this kind of APY and the same for CRO ETH or CRO USDC, that's pretty incredible. If you wanna look for something that has a more impermanent loss, so it could be more risky, you can go to other pair like for example CRO VVS, the token of the VVS Finance platform that is offering you an even and higher APY. As you can see it from here, right now is around 1,500, so pretty high. In any case, apart from the APY, what was really great by them is that, probably thanks also to the fact they have been listed on the crypto.com exchange and also on the app. So right now, if you want to trade, sell or buy some VVS token, you can do directly from the app or the exchange of crypto.com. But what was really impressive, and I have to be honest, it also surprised me, is that the price since the mid of November has kept going up, or at least has been steady. And that's pretty important because if you think that we are receiving a so high APY, but with a price of the token that is remaining at the same level, it means that all the people that are using, that are farming, so they are providing liquidity, are earning all the rewards into the VVS token, because remember that all the rewards that are paid through the VVS Finance are paid through the token of the platform. They are really receiving a really insane amount of rewards because the price is not dumping. Obviously, if you bought just the first day at this price, yes, you're in loss. Just as a general advice, don't rush things and don't FOMO in at the first moment or buy it too early, because most of the time at the beginning the volatility is pretty high. In any case, even if the price has demonstrated to be able to stay steady, it doesn't mean that we'll keep going in this way for a long time. And my main worry is that the fully diluted valuation is already pretty high. And even if we can say that it's quite possible that on the Cronos chain, we can have in the next future a platform that would be able to have this kind of evaluation or even higher, on the other side, it's also able that many people sooner or later will decide to take profit. Because yes, VVS Finance is rewarding people with a so high APY, it means that sooner or later, all the people that are just receiving this kind of token will decide to sell them. In any case, there is something really nice that they have been working right now, and we'll talk it in a moment. Before going through, I want to show you also this metric that is pretty interesting. I'm using DeFi Llama, and as you can see right now, VVS is representing around the 80% of the whole DeFi ecosystem into the Cronos chain. That is pretty high. With total value locked that is keep increasing, in the last week has gone up by almost 40%, reaching almost 1 billion in total value locked. One of the reasons that is pushing the price higher is related to this announcement. Introducing VVS initial gem offering. What does it mean? It means that starting from soon, we don't have, I think, still a release date, but in any case, that's not so important. What is really important that they will launch a Launchpad. A Launchpad is just another platform to make some IDO. An IDO is just a way to buy in a pre-sale the token of a certain project. The only difference is that instead of calling it IDO, they are calling it IGO. The IGO is called because they are using initial gem offering. Gem is referring to VVS that are gems, as they call them. If you want also, if you have a project and you want to apply in order to be listed, in order to participate, in order to launch your project through the VVS finance platform, you can use this form in order to apply for the first IGO. How it will work and for which reason this will be pretty powerful. This is a user interface that it will be probably used by the platform in the moment when it will be launched. As you can see, there are two different ways of participate, the basic sale and the unlimited sale. The main difference is that through the basic sale, you will have a maximum amount of a token that you can receive. On the other side, there will be no limit. But what is really powerful by this platform is that in order to participate to a certain IGO, you should have for at least 7 days, so for the 7 days before the launching of that project, staked at least 1 million of VVS. And that's pretty much important because it will be able to sustain the price of VVS. As I was telling you, my main worry about VVS, the price of VVS, is that at a certain point, all the people that are being rewarded with a so high APY but with the VVS token will simply decide to dump it in order to take profit. On the other side, having more use cases like, for example, a Launchpad where you can use your VVS in order to take advantage from this big trend, because remember, right now, if we are still in a bull run, as at least I believe we are, all the IDOs or the projects that are just launching right now are pretty hot. So hot that most of the time they are able even to do even 100x. Obviously, that's not the normal return on investment you get, but it's just representing that many times we are seeing projects that are able to do a 10x, 20x, 30x, 50x, 100x, sometimes even 200x in not even 2 weeks from the moment of the listing. So let's say that in the moment when you are participating to an IDO, you are receiving the token for let's say $1, an all-time high of 100 times higher, it means that the price will touch $100. Obviously, it doesn't mean that you will be able to take the whole profit, because most of the time you are not able to sell at the peak. We can say that it's also almost impossible to sell at the peak, because we don't know if that price is the peak or not. Not to mention that the other point that you have to pay really close attention in the moment when you are participating to an IDO and also to an IGO, like for example the what will happen on the Launchpad on VVS, is the lock-in period, the vesting period, because most of the time the tokens that you are buying, you will not be able to sell them at the day one. Many times you are just receiving a certain percentage that you will be able to sell. Some other time you are receiving the whole amount. Many other times you will receive nothing. You have just bought them and you will be able to sell them into, let's say, 1 year, 6 months, 2 years, or whatever the terms of that project are requiring. So pay attention to all the terms, because are these small conditions that are really able to make the whole difference between a project that will give you the ability to take profit, a really high amount of profit in a really short term, or simply not. In any case, I'm really happy to see that VVS is moving in a great way, because in not even a month has been able to be listed on crypto.com, being listed also into the app, launching a launchpad, or at least announcing them, being able to become the point of reference for the whole Cronos chain, and also has demonstrated to be able to retain people, because at least right now, as always, remember, crypto space is something that is so volatile that everything can change any moment soon. And if you're wondering why someone, or at least what can happen in order to change the situation, it's pretty simple. At a certain point, a whale, someone that is doing a ton of money through the VVS finance, will decide to take profit. And in that moment, it is possible to see a negative cycle into the price. Nothing so different to what we have seen already between the 15th of November, between the 18th of November. At a certain point, someone simply decides to sell, and in that moment, the price starts to dump. And in that moment, the only thing that you have to wait for is a bottom. As always, as I'm saying every time, remember, have always an exit strategy. You have always to have really clear in your mind what you want to do with your rewards. If you are looking for long term, just keep them and don't worry about the price. If you are just there to speculate, a farm and dump strategy is probably the best for you. So if you are farming, let's say $100, sell them immediately, no matter what. Don't just holding them, just hoping that the price will increase. No matter if the price in that moment is just decreasing, you're thinking, oh my God, but maybe if I wait one day more, I can retrieve 10% more. Yes, that's a possibility, but there is also the possibility to see a dump even deeper, let's say another minus 20%, minus 40%, and so on. So always follow your strategy and not your feelings. Okay guys, that's all for today. So let's just try to summarize. I love what they are doing. I would like to see it in action, because there is not yet a release date. In any case, it doesn't mean that the price will keep doing this well. For sure, what is really well is that VVS is moving in a great way, and it could be something really important in order to create the fundamentals to be able to survive into the long-term period. Guys, as always, if you have any kind of question, just write me into the comments below and I will be more than happy to answer to you. Remember also, if you want to sustain me, if you like what I do, just leave me a big thumbs up, drop a comment, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Bye guys.